Okay, so you know how we are always talking about ways to save money?
Yeah.
Well, today we are going to do a deep dive into how to save money on one of the biggest expenses for a lot of people.
Groceries.
Yeah, groceries, food in general, but groceries specifically, because we've got this list here of 10 ways to save money on groceries without using coupons.
Oh, nice.
You know, because I feel like coupons are kind of like
Yeah.
they can be a lot of work, you know?
Yeah, they definitely can. And they're often, for things that maybe aren't the best for you anyway.
Exactly, yeah. So we were going to look at other strategies.
Yeah.
So this first one on this list is meal planning,
Okay.
which, like, I feel like we all know we should meal plan,
Right.
but it can be so hard to actually do it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that can make it hard is not realizing how much money you are wasting on food that goes bad.
Oh, yeah.
You buy all these groceries and then life gets in the way and you don't cook them and
Right, and then you have to throw it out.
Exactly. And studies show that like the average family throws away a third of their groceries.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know it's a lot of money that's literally going in the trash.
Yeah, so meal planning can help prevent that.
Exactly, because you know exactly what you need to buy. You're only buying what you need for the week, so you're not like, oh, I'll just grab this because it looks good.
Yeah, I am so guilty of that.
And then another thing you can do is think about, if you are going to cook like a roast chicken on Sunday,
Yeah.
you can use those leftovers for salads and sandwiches throughout the week.
Oh, that's smart.
So it's like a domino effect of savings.
I like that. Okay, what is next on the list?
Okay, so the next one is buying in bulk,
Okay.
which I know can be kind of a scary one for some people.
Yeah, for sure. Because, like, you might be thinking, okay, when you get this huge thing of whatever,
Right.
but then what if I don't use it all and it goes bad?
Absolutely. So the key with buying in bulk is to really think about what you're buying. So things that aren't going to go bad quickly,
Right.
like rice or beans, dried beans or canned tomatoes.
Yeah, those are good staples.
Exactly. And then also frozen fruits and veggies. Those are great to buy in bulk because they last forever.
Right. They don't go bad.
Yeah. And they're often cheaper than fresh.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
And then the other thing to think about is your storage space.
Yeah, that's true.
If you have a tiny little apartment, you don't need that giant bag of flour.
Right. You have to be realistic about how much space you
So
have.
exactly.
Okay, this next one, I feel like we should talk about those discount grocery stores.
Yes.
I'll be honest, I used to be kind of like a snob about them.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I just had this idea in my head that they weren't as good or whatever.
Right.
But recently I had to go to one because it was the only one near where I was. I was like actually really impressed.
Yeah.
Like they had a good selection of stuff and the prices were really good.
Yeah. A lot of people have these misconceptions about discount grocery stores, but a lot of them carry name brands
Yeah, they did.
at much lower prices.
Yeah, I was surprised.
We're talking like 20% or more in savings.
Wow.
And a lot of them now also carry like organic and specialty items too.
So that's good to know.
So, you're not having to sacrifice quality or anything like that.
Yeah, and it's nice to be able to support a different kind of, grocery business.
Exactly.
Okay, this next one is kind of a beast, and I think we all deal with this.
Oh, yeah.
Loyalty programs.
Oh, yeah, those little cards.
I feel like every store has a loyalty program now.
Pretty much, yeah.
And my wallet is just overflowing with these little cards.
I know, it's a lot.
But, like, are they really worth it?
Yeah, it's a good question. And I think, they are collecting data on you, which some people aren't comfortable with.
Right.
But you can also use that to your advantage because a lot of times they will give you personalized deals based on what you normally buy.
Oh, that makes sense.
So you're not just getting random coupons for things you don't even want.
Right. I hate that.
You're getting coupons for things that you actually buy. And then also look for programs that have good point systems.
Okay.
Like maybe you get cash back or you can get discounts on gas.
Oh, that would be nice.
So yeah, I think it's about being strategic and, choosing the programs that actually benefit you.
Right. And, like, not signing up for every single one just because they ask you at checkout.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. This next one I always struggle with, and I think a lot of people do too.
Okay, what is that?
It's unit pricing. Like, I know I should be paying attention to that, but sometimes I'm just in a hurry and I grab whatever looks like the best deal.
Right.
But I know that's not always the best way to do it.
Yeah, unit pricing is really your secret weapon when it comes to grocery shopping because it breaks down the cost per ounce or pound or whatever the unit is so you can compare even if the packaging is different.
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
Right, because sometimes you'll see this giant container of yogurt and you think, oh, that's a great deal.
Yeah.
But then if you actually look at the unit price, the smaller container might be cheaper per ounce.
Wow, that is so helpful. I need to start paying more attention to that.
Yeah, it can really make a difference.
Okay, next up is generic brands.
Oh, okay.
And I will admit I have my brand loyalties for certain
Yeah,
things.
of course.
But I'm also wondering, like, am I just wasting money because I'm so attached to these name brands?
Yeah, it's definitely worth experimenting with generic brands, especially for things like flour and sugar and spices.
Sure.
A lot of times there's really no difference in the quality.
Yeah,
And you can save a lot of money.
that's true.
And, you might even like the generic brand better. You never know.
I'm willing to give it a try.
Yeah.
Okay, this next one I think we all know, but it's so easy to fall into the trap.
What's that?
It's those pre-cut produce and convenience foods.
Oh, yes, the convenience tax.
I mean, I get it. They're so convenient, especially on busy nights,
Right.
but they're also so much more expensive.
Yeah, you're basically paying a premium for someone else to do the work for you,
Right.
like chopping your veggies or making your salad dressing.
Yeah.
But if you can take a little extra time to prep those things yourself, you can save a lot of money.
And you know what you're putting in it.
Exactly. You have more control over the ingredients.
Okay, and this next one kind of goes hand in hand with meal planning.
Oh, yeah, what is it?
It's shopping seasonally.
Yes.
So, like, buying produce that is in season,
Exactly, because seasonal produce is usually cheaper
that makes sense.
because it doesn't have to travel as
Right,
far.
right.
And it also usually tastes better because it's fresher.
And it just feels good to eat what's local and in season.
Absolutely.
Okay, last but not least, let's talk about freezing.
Ooh, the freezer is your friend.
It really is. I feel like you can freeze almost anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, what are some good things to freeze?
So leftovers are a great thing to freeze.
Okay.
You can freeze bread. You can even freeze fresh herbs.
Really?
Yeah, so they don't go bad, and it's a great way to extend the life of your groceries.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just make sure you use good containers and label everything so you know what you have in there.
That is a really good tip. I need to label things better.
It makes a big difference.
So basically, we've got all these different ways to save money on groceries without having to clip coupons.
Exactly. We don't need coupons. We just need to be a little bit smart about how we shop.
Right. So, like, just to kind of recap, we talked about meal planning, buying in bulk, being smart about discount grocery stores,
Yeah,
loyalty programs, unit pricing, generic brands, avoiding those convenience foods,
right.
shopping seasonally, and freezing.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a lot of good information.
It is a lot, and I think the key is to just pick a few things that work for you and your lifestyle.
Yeah, you don't have to do everything at once.
Right, just start with one or two things and see how it goes.
So, yeah, if you're listening and you're trying to save money on your grocery bill, I would say think about which one of these strategies could make the biggest difference for you.
Yeah,
Is it meal planning? Is it buying in bulk? Is it finally giving those generic brands a try?
yeah, experiment and see what works.
Yeah, and then let us know because we'd love to hear what works for you.
Absolutely.
Okay, that is our deep dive for today. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone.